thing is like this. What I learned today, when I realized for the first time today, is that my whole understanding of love, up until learning this insane piece, was sort of in line with like truth and reality. But like the fact that there's so much exterior and secular concepts to love, we don't even realize that like our understanding of love and what we're looking for in love and what we're looking for in a connection and what is completely the wrong way of getting it. Meaning, and that's why you see so many women running after men and so many men running after women or running after men. And you see so much of that chase, and you don't see, like, who was I talking to? I was talking to someone, I was in Tel Aviv for Shabbos, and I was in this shul, and this guy was like a single guy, like 50s, really cute guy, and he was telling me, he's like, there's a bunch of single community here in Tel Aviv, a bunch of religious singles, and they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. The community gets bigger and bigger and bigger, but there isn't, no one's getting married. Like, people are not getting married. Everyone's just becoming more like friends, but nothing's happening from it. Like, people are not connecting, and I think that this is This is really going to like put things in perspective for us, because when we understand what love is from a Torah standpoint, from a Hasidic standpoint, then you get energy and you could put it in the right place, as opposed to like spreading your energy thin and like trying this and going on websites and trying to make friends, trying to belong, going on to these sort of social gatherings and all these things. It's like, if I just do this, it'll come to me. Meaning, the idea is not to run after money, not to run after a guy, not to run after anything. The idea is to become a magnet for those things to come to me. Because if I play my cards right, those things come to me naturally. If I understand that if I do this, do it by the formula works. So what's the formula?
You still have to go out and meet.
Okay, so we're going to go way deep. We're going to go way deeper than that. Okay, we're going to go into like the Zohar and Kabbalah and understand this. This is the Baal Sulam, this is Rabbi Ashlag, and he's going to talk about it. But one second, before we get into this. Okay, a few things. Number one, this is concept really blew me away. It says like this: כמה שאני אהב את הזולת, ככה האהבה העצמית שלי תתפתח. Okay, which is the opposite of what we learn in mindfulness. Mindfulness tells us first love yourself, build your self-esteem, build your self-worth, make sure you're in a good place, and then you'll be able to connect to other people, draw love into your life. That's one of the big misunderstandings of people that are single, let's say, or even people that are married, that until I get to a certain level of health, get to a certain level of well-being, get to a certain level of success in career, until my children are married, until whatever it is, then I can't allow something like love into my life, because I really have to work my stuff out first before I bring a person into my life. So that's like the typical thing that I always read and I always see, and I was always in that headspace also, very much in that headspace. Like, I can't I know what work I have to do on myself, and I can't just bring a person into my life now with all this work that I have to do on myself, because then it's going to be crooked. I don't want more of what I had. I want new. I want different. Okay. So, misconception number one. Misconception number one, he says like this: כמה שאני אוהב את הזולת. It works the other way around. The more I'm able to love other people, and we're going to explain what loving other people means in a second, but the way I'm able to love other people, the more I'm able to do that, what happens to me spiritually is that I become a vessel for self-love. Meaning, instead of filling my self-love, that's me, to take care of myself, to do all the things, to go to therapy, I'm saying do all those things. But instead of first focusing on self and then allowing yourself to give, it's you want to be able to build self-love, you want to be able to build self-confidence, you want to be able to build a healthy self. Find places to give outside of yourself, because the act of giving, the act of loving, ahavat zulat, giving to other people, making sure that they're good, they have their needs taken care of, like it's my business, like it's my problem, like it's my list of things to do. their thing on their list of things to do, it's my things the list to do. If I can fulfill their needs in any way, what I'm doing is in essence the most selfish thing in the world. Because what happens to me is that I create. It's called. One second. Where did I write it? Let me see where I wrote it. Basically, he explains. This is where did we get this from? Yeah, the Baal Sum. This is also the Baal Sum. We have a little bit from other sources here, but basically the whole night is about the Baal Sum. He brings this down, that in essence, a shefa shel ahava, there's one place in heaven that is the kli for love. Okay? All love comes into this world through this kli, through the ishtalshelut of this kli. The way to be able to draw from this kli, which is what I want to do, which is draw love into my life and have love in abundance in my life. My kids love me. I love my neighbors love me. A husband that comes into my life, a wife that comes into my life. All of these love and everything. We need love like we need air. We need love like we need food. We need love like we need people pick up and move to the other side of wherever in order to feel some kind of communion, some kind of connection, attachment to something, and not feel isolated. That's why Corona was so damaging in so many ways psychologically, because the whole concept was isolation. Isolate yourself, separate yourself, close yourself off, and people die if they do that, right? We know the study of the babies that were not held, that were not touched, that were fed, they were changed, they were everything, but no one ever pet them and loved them and caressed them and held them. The fact that they all died, all the babies died, even though they had all of their nutritional needs met and all of their physical needs met, they all died because we're set up, we're wired, human beings are wired that we need to be touched and we need to be loved and we need to be cared for. And now the concept is, and I'm doing this in a nutshell because we're going to do this class in 20 minutes and then we're going to be finished. But the concept is, and try to connect with this idea. The concept is that since we all need that thing, we're all running out to try to find it. So we go to singles events, and we go to dinners, and we go to all these things, which is good. But the idea is, it's important to understand this in my mind. I can go to all these things, but where I'm coming from in my mind is everything. Okay, my kavanah is everything. So that means, so if I'm in this thing that I need love, and I need connection, and I need to be wanted, and I need to feel a part of something more than just self. Okay? If that's so like basic, essential for my being, for my well-being, to the point where it could make me either there's a very big study, research done on people that don't have relationships, are mostly alone in their life, die in their 50s.
10 years earlier. No?
50s. Have heart attacks, have sibuchim when they're in their 50s. People that are alone and isolated, or don't really have real connections or real relationships, or don't feel love, those people will develop diseases and illnesses, psychosomatic, nefesh v'guf. It works together. When the nefesh is not fed this very, very important source of vitamins, which is basically what it's mitkayem on, what it lives on, which is love, it will affect the body. The body will get ill from it. And then the body will have disease, and then the person will pass away. That's what's going on. So it's not like love is a nice thing to have, like cornflakes is a nice thing to have. Love is essential to the point where it's my air. So love is essential to the point where it's my air. The world tells me if you want love, go get it. Right? If you got it, flaunt it. That's how you're going to get love. Through your body, through your career, through your money, through the way, how cute you are, how cool you are, your Instagram account. Shekel. It's all shekel. And the Torah, which is so, it's like water for the soul. It's amazing how healing it is. How truth, like when you read truth, because they're, wow, emes. Tells us that the only way to be able to attract love in your life, be'emet, but real love, is by giving it away. Is by looking for opportunities throughout your day, kama she'efshar, lechalek ahava, to give away love. To give love, to look for people to love, to look for people to make them feel loved, to make them feel apart. But I'm depressed, but I'm sad, but no one loves me. The longer I stay in the tzorach lekabel ha'atzmo, in this place of like, I need to feel seen first before I could see anyone. I need to be invited first before I can invite anyone. I need to love myself first before I can love anyone. It's never going to work. That is a setup for failure. That's a setup for a bunch of bad dates. and bad connections and not good friends. It's all of it. The way to make it work is to come out of the toch lekabel atzmi, the place of needing to take for myself, into a place of toch lashpia, lashpia, lashpia. Love comes from ashpa'a. Love comes from ashpa'a. When I am ashpia onto you, something that you need, right now you need I don't know, what do you need right now?
Job.
Right now you need a job. So I'm going to rack my brain, see who I know, what you do, how I can help you, send me your resume, whatever it is, and I'm going to make you my project for the next 15, 20 minutes, because that could be a life-changing situation for you, right? And I'll be like, okay, it's her problem. I mean, I don't need a job. She needs a job. I mean, I do need a job, but she needs a job. She needs a job. No, the fact that I take it on like it's my problem, all the things, and this is a big deal, this is a really big deal, all the things that you daven for in your tefillot, Hashem, I want to get married, Hashem, I want my kids to go in your way, Hashem, I want to be healthy and happy, Hashem, I want to connect to real things, Hashem, I need a job, Hashem, all those things can get activated, all those tefillot get activated in Shamayim, when to make her tsa'ar, I make her pain, I make your pain, I make your pain, my pain. Once your pain is my pain, all that stuff gets answered. That's what the Zohar says. If I go every single day and I daven for all the things that I need, and I'm shakua b'tzar sheli, I'm invested in my tzar, I'm invested in my singlehood, and the fact that I don't have money, and the fact that I feel lonely, and that's where I'm praying from that place, and we're going to read this inside, if I'm praying from that place, it's almost like the tefillos get suspended in the air. And that's why people can daven for ages to get married, and for ages for a normal career, and for ages to be successful already. And people can literally be for ages and no one he's not listening, he's not answering my prayers. Because as long as the focus is on myself, I can't activate the things that I want. As long as myself takes up all of my focus.